Hello everyone. Today, we will be talking about the thyroid hormones and the thyroid inhibitors. To begin with, the thyroid gland is the one that produces hormones that can regulate the body's metabolic rate, heart, digestive function, muscle, brain development, and bone maintenance. Its performance is based on the iodine that is being supplied. Now, the three main hormones that the thyroid gland secretes are known as thyroxine, triiodothyronine, and calcitonin. All of them have similar functions which I stated earlier, which is the regulation of the body's metabolic rate, heart, digestive function, muscle, and brain development, and bone maintenance. Thyroxine is the major hormone released by the thyroid gland into the bloodstream. Thyroxine and triiodothyronine, which are produced in thyroid follicles, are essential for appropriate growth and development as well as energy metabolism. Calcitonin is a hormone generated by interfollicular cells that regulates plasma calcium levels. The steps in thyroid hormone synthesis, storage and secretion include uptake of iodine by the follicle cells, oxidation of iodine and iodination of tyrosine residues of thyroglobulin, and secretion of thyroid hormone. As you can see here, deficiency or shortage of the discussed hormones can result to cretinism. Cretinism, or also known as congenital hypothyroidism, is a severe deficiency of thyroid hormone in newborns. It causes impaired neurological function, stunted growth, and physical deformities. Both triiodothyronine T3 and thyroxine T4 are used to treat thyroid hormone deficiency. The levothyroxine sodium is used for oral administration. Back to the last picture we saw. Hypothyroidism is a common condition where the thyroid doesn't create and release enough thyroid hormone into your bloodstream. This makes your metabolism slow down. Also called underactive thyroid, hypothyroidism can make you feel tired, gain weight, and be unable to tolerate cold temperatures. The absorption of thyroid hormones is influenced by presence of food in the stomach, sulfate, iron, and calcium. Enzyme inducers like phenytoin, rifampin, carbamazepine increases its metabolism. An enzyme inducer is a type of drug that increases the metabolic activity of an enzyme by binding to the enzyme and activating it, or by increasing the expression of the gene coding for the enzyme. So let's talk more about the three major thyroid hormones. Let's first talk about thyroxine and triiodothyronine. You might be wondering, are thyroxine and triiodothyronine the same? Well, there's actually a difference. So the main difference between the two is that the thyroxine is the inactive form while triiodothyronine is the active form of thyroxine. So, thyroxine, like before, is a major hormone released by the thyroid gland. It has an important role of stimulating consumption of oxygen and regulation of metabolism of the cell and tissues of the body. It also is formed by the molecular addition of iodine to the amino acid tyrosine. However, there are some instances where the production of thyroxine is too much, and that leads to hyperthyroidism. The picture below shows what hyperthyroidism is. Because of the excess production of thyroxine, the metabolism is accelerated, and because that weight loss and irregular heartbeat may occur. Now for calcitonin. It is known as a protein hormone synthesized and secreted in humans and other mammals, largely by C cells in the thyroid. For the fishes, birds, and non-mammalian vertebrates, it is secreted by cells of the glandular ultimobranchial bodies. Calcitonin has major functions such as regulation of calcium levels in case it exceeds the normal value. It also lowers the concentration of phosphorus when it exceeds the normal levels. Another function calcitonin has is that it inhibits the action of osteoclasts, which prevents bone resorption, meaning it prevents breakdown or bone loss. Now, let's talk about thyroid inhibitors. What are they? So these inhibitors are useful for treating specific diseases. For example, antithyroid drugs are useful in treating Graves' disease. The Graves' disease is known as a type of autoimmune disease that damages the thyroid gland. It is the result of the overproduction of thyroid hormones. There are each type of thyroid inhibitors. For the first one inhibits hormone synthesis. This is where the antithyroid drugs are found and are used to treat Graves' disease. Example of these are the methimazole and propylthiouracil being used as antithyroid drugs. For inhibition of iodine trapping, which works as part of the process and metabolism of iodine, thiocyanates, perchlorates, and nitrates are present. For inhibition of iodine trapping, which works as part of the process and metabolism of iodine, thiocyanates, perchlorates, and nitrates are present. For destroying the tissue, there is the radioactive iodine. Now, what is radioactive iodine? The radioactive iodine is the radioactive form of iodine, in which it is useful in imaging tests for treating thyroid cancers and hyperthyroidism. It is a common treatment used to destroy the thyroid gland so the overproduction of thyroxine can be stopped.